Well, as you can see, I borrowed Jay Campbell's wardrobe. It's 50 degrees here in the Tampa Bay area of Florida today. And cousins, if you're from Florida, that's cold. So I decided I'd go Jay Campbell style and put on a sweatshirt, although admittedly he has like a fancy, fancy kind of little sweatshirt thing on, and I just got the old school. But that's the difference between me and Jay. He's new and fancy, and I'm old school, dealing with a distraction or two here this morning. But hey, it's all good, right? Speaking of all good, we had the Consequential Rapscallion show last night with Scotty Roberts. That was quite enjoyable. We had Derek Bros chiming in, and Travis chiming in, and Rocky Stucci chiming in, and all of you chiming in. It was a great time. I think a good time was had by all, and it was enjoyable. So very, very much. And I hope that you partake in those each Thursday night. Next Thursday, being Thanksgiving, I doubt we will have a Consequential Rapscallion broadcast, but then the next Thursday we'll have one live from the desert. We'll see how that goes. Very interesting stuff, very powerful stuff. And speaking of interesting and hopefully powerful stuff, as I take a drink of coffee to clear my throat, let's talk about a little something. I missed the snow falling in New Jersey. Yeah, not me. You can enjoy all of that. I like to visit snow, not live in it. But anyway, things change, don't they, ladies and gentlemen? But good morning to all of you. Nice to see all of you here. Lori and Tracy and Allison and Tina and Paul and Barry and Francis and Kittenex and Wah and Barry and Skies Above, and so many more that are too bashful to put their name into the chat, and that's okay. You know what? I was just thinking this morning when I woke up, Hilliard Ward, that we play this game with ourselves, and it's really not a game. It's a limitation that we put on ourselves. It's a limitation that we play with, a limitation that we inflict ourselves with, and this idea of it's too early or it's too late. And might I just suggest to you today some ideas that it's never too early or too late to say you love someone. I know we've got rules about that. I know we've got regulations about that. I know we've got social taboos about that. And I know we've got all of these things. But really, at the end of the day, if we really believe that all we have is this moment and that yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, today's a gift, that's why they call it the present. I'll wait a second while that sinks in. It's never too early and it's never too late to tell someone that you love them. And it's never too early and it's never too late to give forgiveness. Oh, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's never too early or never too late to give forgiveness. How could it be too early for forgiveness? Well, if you give early forgiveness, like right when it happens, then you don't have to deal with the bitterness, which will keep you from flying, according to Tim McGraw. Never too early, never too late to tell someone you love them. Never too early, never too late to give forgiveness. Never too early, never too late to admit that you're wrong. And I love all of you as well. Thank you for all those loves. A lot of love in the room this morning. Never too early, never too late to admit that you're wrong. In fact, the earlier you admit it, the better it is usually. But it's never too late to admit that you're wrong. Never too early, never too late to admit that you made a mistake. And get to fixing that thing, cousin. Never too early, never too late to admit and realize that you've been duped, you've been tricked, you've been deceived. Never too early, never too late. Never too early, never too late to realize or admit that you're off course. Never too early, never too late to go home. Whether that's your physical home, your literal home, whether that's the home of the place of peace and safety that you remember, whether that's the home of your spiritual birth, whether that's the home of who you are, whether that's the home of your heart, whether that's the home of your great basic purpose. It's never too late, ladies and gentlemen, and it's never too early. We should just forget about those two lies. Those are two of the biggest lies in the world. It's too early. It's too late. It's never too early. And it's never too late to say I love you, to admit you're wrong, to admit you're mistaken, to realize you've been tricked, to realize you're off course. And it's never too early or never too late to go home. And of course, it's never too early or never too late to give forgiveness or to accept forgiveness. I know it's Friday morning and it's a little early. And if it's a little chilly here, it's probably a little chilly where you are. But something for us to think about, something for us to ponder. And I've got a good day of podcast excellence coming up. I think we're going to talk about 7 other demons. Derek made me promise not to talk about the You Never Knew Me until we go on his channel. I think I'll talk about Nostradamus and the Jesuit connection. I think I'll talk about you can't spell without language. And we may talk about the law of affection as well. And if you steal my titles, I know where you live, or I can find out. Okay, that was a little creepy. That's not what I meant. Ladies and gentlemen, it is never too early. It is never too late to unindoctrinate yourself. That's for sure. It's never too early. It's never too late to create yourself and build the life you love. This is the inside job. And we are the last generation of real humans. And cousins, it's never too early and it's never too late to, wait for it, get busy.